The three count question of the week. Thank you, Mark. Since before we're back on the air next week, there's going to be a more important version of AEW Dynamite because it has a name. It is the Winter is Coming episode of AEW Dynamite, and as part of that show, it is the match, the AEW World Championship match between Bryan Danielson and the heavyweight champion Hangman Adam Page. So I thought, since this match is will take place before we're on the air next week, who do you think will leave the Winter is Coming episode of Dynamite as your AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Does anybody want to kick us off for the question of the week?
I hope to God it's not Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
But it's probably going to be Bryan Danielson.
I was going to say, the way you worded that very much makes it sound like you think it could at least be Daniel Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I think its signs point to Bryan Danielson, Brandon Danielson. Brandon Donaldson. That would be my guess. Just, I hate that it's going to go away from Hangman so soon, but the money for him is in the chase. And he's been champion. He doesn't need...
Because when was Full Gear? That was beginning of November, right?
Right.
I mean, what has he not, I don't know how to say what has he done as champion, but like, what has even like been different about Hangman Page as champion besides the championship celebration the first Wednesday after? I feel like we haven't seen much of him.
AEW is at 35% more cowboy shit.
That's fair.
It sounds about right. But Matt or Ryan or Mark, who do you think will be?
I think to your point, Jim, I don't think you need to see him because the whole episode, I don't think, has to revolve around him like the WWE does with like a Roman Reigns. I think we talked about this a couple times. I think AEW is different enough that you don't have to have episodes revolving around just cowboy shit. That they've got other things going and other pokers in the fire, if you will. To your point, what was your question again specifically?
Who will leave AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming next Wednesday as AEW World Heavyweight Champion?
It will absolutely be Hangman Page. There are 100 reasons, and he has a champion's advantage. You guys are forgetting about the champion's advantage. He could win on a countout. Daniel Bryan could win disqualification, but that championship's not flipping around. Championship advantage.
Okay.
So I think some fuckery will probably happen.
That's got to be the cheapest way for a babyface to retain their title in the first match.
It's got to be better than the babyface losing in his first match.
I don't think so. I think it's much better off having Hangman lose outright in his first defense.
In his first defense, you're gonna.
Where are you, Charlie? His wife found him. Where you play? Well,
Tell me I said hello. She's a sweet lady.
He was hiding in the Harry Potter spot.
We were talking about Harry Potter earlier today. How did you know that?
Just a guess.
He's good.
Good old HP.
He's that good. Matt or Mark?
Danielson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes. Yes. I got to go with Bryan Danielson. And you know what? It's just like Tim, not the two-man Taylor, was saying. The money is in the chase. You want those fans to be angry that their man, that cowboy, lost the title in the first defense. They want to see him get his revenge. He wants to get that gold back. That's where the money is. There's people in that trailer park with money, believe me, and they're going to pay to come out and see AEW.
Charlie, you're doing the right thing, my guy. Avoiding that new Sex in the City. Is that a movie?
There's a new one?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
called And Just Like That.
And just like that, Sarah Jessica Parker's on it.
That just
Where
sounds
you at, D? You watch that show and you enjoy it.
I can't wait to watch it.
Did you guys watch
okay.
that Facts of Life, Different Strokes show?
I
No.
didn't. I heard good things though. Actually,
I actually really enjoyed it, and I don't watch those like people. Jimmy, and whoever else is on there. But it was good.
Is it because it's not a 90 Day Fiance show?
Yeah, that's because of 90 Day Fiance.
I did see that Roads to the Top got renewed for a second season.
Nice.
So I am so
That's a Christmas
excited.
miracle.
I am so excited about that. Christmas came early for Big Jim.
Garbage.
I really think that Bryan Danielson is going to leave Dynamite next week as the new champion.
Early Christmas present for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it. The thrills in the chase.
Yep.
I think Hangman can become your first 2-time champion.
No shot. For real, Charlie?
But
There's
Charlie,
no
Don't
way
tell me
it's happening.
Please do not tell me the character. Please do not tell me the character. Please. That's our
Oh yeah,
only-
Charlie! No spoiler alerts,
No
Charlie.
spoiler-
What
Spoiler, Charlie. If it was
what
important,
kind
he'd
of
be watching it
monster?
right now. I want to see it.
What kind of
Right now,
monster
you
would
put it
come
up
on
there.
a podcast and throw spoilers around?
what you talking about, Charlie Thrower?
Monsters.
I think you guys are kidding. You think I'm kidding that I want to see this show. I really love Sex in the City.
Oh, I'm not kidding. If it's important to you, you'd have just stayed at home and watched it. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. It's a
Okay.
good show.
Charlie says he thinks Hangman retains and loses it to MJF.
I think I'd be all right with that.
And Tim
In
would be okay with it.
Facebook comments, Devin and Scotty both said Hangman Page
Hangman.
for sure.
The Hang
And-
member.
And Charlie, or no, not Charlie, Devin says, do you guys think someone is going to make a surprise debut at the show like last year? What happened with Sting?
That's Sting.
Wow, that was been a
Debut.
year now. Okay.
Yeah, it was
coming.
the
That's
winter
right.
because it was snowing when
Yep.
Sting came out, and then it continued to
snowed.
snow for an entire year.
Where's the
Is it-
show at?
It is in Dallas, right
Beautiful,
down the
beautiful.
road from
Yeah.
CWF.
I
So
think
maybe the new
Johnny
CWF
Lawless might be there.
Maybe the CWF champion
He
might
may make his debut.
make his
Johnny
debut.
Lawless, who knows? Dude, it's a special
Well-
show. AEW is absolutely going to have something going on.
Maybe
I mean,
Kurt Angle.
with the Johnny Gargano news, I think there's potential for Johnny Gargano to show up.
I mean, I assume if Kyle O'Reilly's contract has run out, he does not have a no compete either.
look at
There's
Mark
still
Dixon.
a Rotunda out there, right? A Bray Wyatt.
I believe he's still out there. Absolutely.
Oh, Wyndham 6.
I don't know though. That new Fiend pop just dropped on WWE Shop.
I
Maybe
just
they're
did.
renegotiating. Okay. So Tim
I saw.
Tim did or Charlie did not know. Wow, Dalvin Cook is just shredding the Steelers.
I have no idea who that
Matt,
is.
did you start him in my brother's league?
I sure did.
Good choice. I am sure I will hear about that later today, or tomorrow, or at some point this weekend.
Now,
If
Mark,
I
you're talking about
sneak
American
into the
football.
fantasy championships with the lowest points
You have-
scored.
You have like no points.
I think I barely cracked 1,000 points so far, and I'm in a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, so in that league, let me see if I can pull it up here real quick.
I'm just trying not to win the Divas Championship.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm gonna sneak into those not playoffs. So yeah, Matt to the season to this point had 1,151 points, which is the second lowest to a guy who was 2-11, who had 1,143 points. For reference, the other teams that are playoff eligible The lowest points of the other playoff eligible teams are 1,317 points. So Matt, starting Dalvin Cook, who currently 13 rushes, 144 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and it's not even halftime yet.
Like, literally all Matt has to do is just beat the guy he's going against. It doesn't matter how many points he scores.
Although it does balance out your quarterback, Matt, who is Ben Roethlisberger,
Right.
who
Killing
is
the game.
5 completions, 2 incomplete, 39 pass yards, and 1 rushing attempt for 5 yards.
Ben
I saw that
Roethlisberger
That was more than Mac Jones.
play for the Eagles.
That is true.
What is
That is
that?
certainly true. But yeah, and Matt is playing my brother, who needs to win to get into that last playoff spot, and it's not looking good so far because my brother started Cook's backup because Cook was coming in with a separated shoulder, and yikes for him. Congratulations to you, Matt. Unfortunate for me because I'm gonna have to hear about it for the next few days. But Devin thinks Bray Wyatt is going to show up. I certainly
Winter is coming.
that's what he said.
And just like that,
Just like that.
I'm waiting for Ryan to actually spoil the
oh,
show.
I've looked them up.
Oh,
I am fucking loaded.
You know,
I
and
won't,
what sucks
out of
is that
respect,
Ryan doesn't love anything, so I can't spoil anything for him.
Right.
When you don't love things, it's easy that way. Tim, you hold your fortune. It's in your hands.
So what do I have to do?
It's what you have to not do.
The first 2 episodes
And I'm
of
get
the
on my
new.
hands and knees and just take it. Someone's
If you're
gonna
not
get it
spreading your
tonight.
butt cheeks, I don't want to look.
All right.
Jim's gonna piss Ryan off, and Ryan's gonna take it out on Tim with the spoiler.
Give me my
I would.
Give me my wood.
I said ding.
I'm not even
Oh.
going to plug myself